The NHL has seen incredible goals, brutal fights, and moments so weird you'd think they were made up. A goalie scoring on himself, a player getting arrested mid-game, even a live bat flying on the ice. These aren't bloopers. They're real, historic, and absolutely unbelievable. Some made fans laugh. Others made the league shake its head. These are the strangest things ever in NHL history. And trust me, it only gets more bizarre from here. Our list starts with a goalie who forgot the rulebook. Patrick Roy, one of the greatest goalies ever, decided mid-game that he wasn't just a goalie. He was suddenly a forward. He skated the puck way past where goalies are allowed to go. He was right over center ice like he was about to start a breakaway. Everyone watching was like, can he do that? No, he could not. Ref blew the whistle. The CROWD, confused and cracking up. Roy just skated back to his net like nothing had happened. Like the man was living in his own world. But if Roy was trying to show off, he's not the only goalie who's gone off script. When two goalies stopped playing hockey and started squaring up like it was a UFC match, they dropped their gloves and went at it right in the middle of the ice. No one was breaking it up either. It was like the crowd paid for a fight, not a game. One of them got rocked. You'd think they'd save the punches for their defenseman, who let all those goals in. And speaking of losing it, a coach completely lost his mind. Most coaches yell or throw their arms in the air. This one? He straight up hurled an entire bench onto the ice. It's like a full-on WWE move. Fans were stunned. Players were dodging flying furniture. Referees are just staring like, you did? Unsurprisingly, that tantrum earned him a one-way ticket out of the building, and probably out of a job. This is when nobody realized the Stanley Cup winning goal had just happened. Game 6, overtime. Patrick Kane shoots and the puck disappears. No horn, no lights. Everyone's standing around like they're waiting for a replay. Kane's out here celebrating by himself, and both teams look like they're trying to figure out if they should go home or keep playing. It took a slow-mo replay to prove it was in. That's how the cup was won. Confusion, silence, then chaos. From confusion to chaos, this moment is all about Marc-Andre Fleury. This goalie doesn't just block shots. He goes full-on ninja on players during shootouts. The dude starts lunging forward and tripping people with his stick, not once, but twice in a row. Same move. Same shocked reaction from the other team. And the refs? Just let it slide like it's part of the game now. Like, oh, that's just Flurry being Flurry. But at least Flurry's targeting players, not the referees. Which brings us to this moment. Because sometimes, pucks don't just hit nets. They hit referees. Hard. These slap shots are no joke. One cracked the glass behind the net clean through. Another hit the ref so hard it knocked the wind out of him. That whistle stayed silent for a minute because the guy was just trying to breathe. Now that's a brutal hit, but not as hard as the one we're about to talk about. A moment so fast, even slow-mo couldn't fully explain it. This is where things get even stranger. Imagine you're watching a regular shootout, and suddenly the goalie decides she's not just defending the net. She's starting a wrestling match mid-shot. That's exactly what Marc-Andre Fleury did to two shooters in a row. They poked the puck, he tripped the guy, and it was straight chaos.
I never really got a shot away as Flurry poke checks it away. Looking to tie it for Chicago. Poke check again, and another trip by Flurry. The two referees are looking at each other.
Even the commentators were like, wait, is that allowed? But the referee didn't stop him, so Flurry just kept doing it. At this point, he's not just a goalie, he's the bouncer. This next one? Less about the game, more about being odd. Enter Gritty, the Flyers mascot. Yeah, the orange fuzzy dude who looks like a walking meme. He's tackled fans, raced kids on the ice, wiped out, and even fought other mascots. Once, he pretended to streak across the rink in a bodysuit. He's supposed to pump up the crowd, but half the time people are like, what am I watching? But let's bring it back to the ice. This one's about Trevor Ziggras, a guy on a mission to humiliate goalies in the flashiest way possible. You've seen the Michigan move, scooping the puck behind the net and flipping it top corner. Ziggras pulled it off during a live game as a favor to a reporter who asked for something cool. And he did it. It was his first game back from injury too. Absolute flex. And if you think that was flashy, in 2016, fans voted who played in the NHL All-Star Game. So they trolled the system and voted in John Scott, a 6'8" enforcer known for throwing punches, not scoring goals. The league tried to stop it, but fans went full rebellion. Scott got in and then scored twice. One MVP got lifted on players' shoulders, from joke to legend in one night. Now this one was less funny and more exhausting. It was a playoff game that lasted almost 6.5 hours, with 4 overtimes. Fans were sleeping in their seats, and players looked like zombies. You know it's bad when the game ends at 2 a.m., and nobody cheers because they're just relieved it's over. The guy who scored looked like he just wanted a shower and a nap, but if that was long, this moment was short and painful. A fan mocked an injured player during a game. Later, a puck flew over the glass and smacked the same fan right in the face. Instant karma.
Steve Sullivan and the Blackhawks facing the Avs. Sullivan took a high stick. He was bleeding. A Colorado fan made sure to point out that he didn't think it was all that serious. But later in the game, Patrick Watt clears the puck out of the rink, and it hits the same fan. Now he's bleeding.
What are the chances of that?
Sullivan gets in his face. Payback time. Oh.
You couldn't write a better script. This might be the boldest fan interaction ever, but not in a good way. Damm, a tough guy known for throwing hands, was sitting in the penalty box. A fan leaned over the glass, yelling at him, throwing stuff, and just going off. Suddenly, the glass gave way, and the fan fell right into the box with Damm. That's not where you want to be. Damm didn't hold back. He grabbed the guy and taught him how not to mess with NHL fighters. Trust me, this one hurts just thinking about it. A referee took a slap shot straight to below the belt. The puck deflected and hit him in the worst possible spot. He dropped instantly, and the goal counted. Imagine getting a puck to the groin, and it still ends up on the scoreboard. That referee deserves a medal, or at least some ice. Lots of ice. This one takes us outside the rink, literally. In 2011, the Canucks lost Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final at home. Fans were already on edge, and when they saw their team fall short again, the city went wild. Fires, flipped cars, smashed windows. It looked like a war zone, all because of a hockey game.
Of course, this was the second vehicle. It was a pickup truck. We talked to Bob Brown earlier about this, and he wasn't sure if it was a vehicle that was on duty. It had some graphics on the side that said fire, so he wasn't sure if they were coming in to put out a fire. And again, another fire here just down by the post office.
Yeah, because from our broadcast location, we go right beside of the.
You know things are bad when sports riots start trending worldwide. This one is just embarrassing in the weirdest way. The Toronto Maple Leafs were playing the Hurricanes, and Carolina ran out of goalies. So they called in their emergency backup, a 42-year-old Zamboni driver. Not only did he suit up, but he beat the Leafs. The guy who usually cleans the ice cleaned up on the ice.